Can you sum up your emotions right now?
Yeah, I'm devastated. I really am, but I'm trying to cover that up with pride. Of course, I think that will sink in a few days, weeks' time. But I'm extremely proud to stand here as manager of the football club and go so near. But I'm genuinely gutted. I'm gutted for the players. I'm gutted for the supporters. I don't really mind about myself. I'm more gutted about the efforts that they've put in and the supporters and stuff like that. So yeah, the overall emotions. Obviously, I'm devastated that we couldn't quite make it, but trying to cover it up with a bit of pride as well.
The players couldn't give any more today, could they?
Nah, they couldn't. I think the first 15 minutes of the second half was important. We had a couple of really good chances. Mars has got in and Ceesa's got in, and I think Ren got in. So we just needed that goal to try and lift us a little bit. But Scunny have kept a lot of clean sheets. We know it was going to be a difficult game, and yeah, the players couldn't have gave us any more throughout the full season. There's moments in the season we think probably defined today, but I think that's for another day to digest.
What was the game plan going into this one? You made one change, Jaden White dropping out and Sammy coming in.
Jaden came off against Caddis. He couldn't complete training Thursday, so we were disappointed with that. We spoke to him before the game, but he couldn't quite give us that he was 100%. So, and then we see him hobbling there the last 15 minutes. So, yeah, we just wanted to get Sammy back on the pitch with his energy and stuff like that. And I know people were probably hoping that we went and put 4 strikers on the pitch from the off. It was never going to be like that. There was a moment in the game where I think at the start of the game, if we won, I think we had an opportunity to make it, and it was up to me then late on to try and change it if need be, which we did. We ended up with wingers and 10s and strikers on the pitch, and we had a good goal, but yeah, we're overall just really disappointed.
Just on their goal, how did you see that?
I think our reactions off the ball wasn't good enough, to be honest. I think we've got to sprint recover quicker, but and then the ball got slipped down the side, and the lad Carrollton, sorry, I can't pronounce his second name. He's a threat. He's someone that we were very close to getting on loan, and then he come into the team and scored a few. So we knew he was a threat. He's quick, and he slots it away. But got to say, I thought Kyle Howkins. I don't like picky people. I thought Kyle Howkins was outstanding. To be brutally honest, I don't know how he's not walked away with any awards at all, and that's not me having a criticism of the ones that got it, because they all deserve it their own right, but Kyle's an unsung hero.
You've bettered last season's points total, you're placed higher as well, so overall it's been a successful season. It probably doesn't feel like that right now though.
No, it doesn't. The league's harder this year as well. There's more full-time teams. Next year's going to be even tougher with more full-time teams. We're still a club in recovery mode, so we're extremely proud. Of course I am, and trying to make that the overpower emotion, but as I said up there to supporters, your professional pride takes over, and you're obviously gutted, but to finish the season with the points that we finished, the highest the club's finished, 2 years in a row where we've had people believing, it's never happened since the club's been in this division, so we're really proud of that. We're really proud that we sold out today. That's, if anything, to take a look at how well we've done as a group, then that's it. That's the marker there. We've sold out for 2 seasons in a row, last game of the season.
Is it fair to say it wasn't about Scunthorpe today, Kidderminster on Monday, it was the games against the likes of Radcliffe, Rushall, Warrington, which you lost? I think you dropped 19 points, you dropped 7 to bottom 7 sides. I know that's in hindsight, but was that where it was lost in terms of making the playoffs?
Yeah, I think that's a very fair assessment. Of course it is. Yeah, you lose every game. You lose is obviously, but down the bottom end, I think we lost to 2 of the 4 that's been relegated in Rushall and so I can't think who else. We lost as well. So yeah, disappointed. There's obviously other games where we think we could have went on and won games, but in football it evens itself out. There's probably games where we did deserve 3 points, we got 3 points. There's games where we did deserve and won, we did get a point. So I'll try and digest that as probably over the next week. I've got to go spend some time with family and try and shut off for a little bit.
That's my next question. What happens now? You need a break, clearly. It's been a long, hard season, but are you ready to rebuild for next season?
Yeah, we've got to be. I'm going to have some time away and trying down tools. I say that, but I'll probably end up at some of the playoff games and just keeping my eye on stuff. But yeah, just to go and try and, first and foremost, I'll go home and I'll literally go through the full season. I'll watch it all again, and we'll see where we could have went better, where I could have went better, decisions that I could have made, and how I influenced training and stuff like that. So I'll go and have a look and inside first and see where I can get better, and then we'll take it from there.
Just finally from me, it's been a season where you've been competed against full-time sides. One of them was today. Do you think the club has to go full-time if it wants to go up the leagues in terms of a long-term vision?
It will give us a better opportunity, that's for sure. There's no denying that. I think everyone knows that at the football club. To compete continuously, which we've done for 2 years, trust me, it's tough. And I'll sit here in front of the cameras and I'll try and dress it all up, but trust me, it's tough, it's mentally tough, it's physically tough, it's tough for the players, but trying to compete against teams that, and it's not an excuse, and I don't like going back to the 2 kiddie games. I didn't see the players between the games, and it was frustrating because you don't get that time on the pitch. We played Monday, for example, just give you an example of last week. We come in Tuesday, but there was only like 8 players available to train because the rest of them played the day before, and then Thursday we got a couple of hours, and to come up against full-time teams, even hybrid, a lot of people will do essentially what full-time teams do anyway. If you're full-time and you win on a Saturday, a lot of managers give you Sunday, Monday off anyway, so you're training Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, which a lot of hybrids do. So listen, everyone's well aware, but it comes with a huge, we can't compete in terms of part-time with other part-time teams, so it's going to be difficult to go full-time, it really is. But that's not really something for me, that's for the board and the chairman and everybody else. But if you're asking me as a football manager, does full-time give you a better opportunity? Absolutely it does.
Yeah, because you've attracted a lot of attention, a lot of clubs will be looking at you because you've had a successful season. Will that kind of tie in with your future? If the club doesn't go full-time in the next, say, 2 or 3 seasons, you will be tempted to go elsewhere? I mean, it's fair enough.
No, I don't think. Listen, I've got another year left. It's the bosses above me decide how well I've done or how not so well I've done, so that's completely out of my hands. I've loved the 2 years here. My focus is on, as far as I'm aware, I've got another year, so the work starts tomorrow when I wake back up and focusing on getting Hereford to the next level. Whether the club want to look at full-time or hybrid, and that's out of my hands. That's not a decision for the football manager, it's a decision for the football club. So I've sort of loved every moment here. Again, it's been difficult. The board have lived it with me as well. They understand how difficult it is and stuff. But I'm really pleased where I am. I've got another year left, and we'll see where we go from there.
But Paul, as I say, hard lines today. Have a good rest over the summer, and we'll see you next season.
Thanks
very
much.
much.
Paul,
Cheers.
sorry, just a quick one. What players are sort of tied down for next season already?
None.
And when do you start talks with them, or talks already started?
Basically, we wanted to see where we were, where we're going to be, and if we got into playoffs, then does that bring a bigger budget, and can we go in there and try and get better players to suit that level, or to get the league above. So, to be honest, we have no players. I know that probably sounds quite alarming, but I can guarantee there's a lot of players here that enjoy working under us, and we'll have discussions with them. But right now, as it stands, it's there's no players.
Do you know if any players have already had discussions with other clubs for next season?
I don't. To be honest, I'm hoping that they've been professional enough to stick to what the task we had in front of us. It's non-league. People will be discussing all the time, and we'll be telling people they can get cash offers and all the rest of it. And I will never, as I've said many times, I'll never blame a man for trying to get the best and the best financial deal for his family and his kids to provide. And I'll never stand here and criticise people for doing that. It's going to be difficult again next year. Absolutely it is. We've had discussions where the budget will go up a little bit, so it's still difficult. It really is, but it's a challenge that I've took on now for 2 years, so I've got to go and try and do it again.
Obviously, without mentioning names, but what sort of percentage of this current squad would you like here next season?
I'll put it this way, we weren't far off this year, so it's difficult because, again, financially, we've had a lot of the players that have come in from maybe, like Theo Roberts has been absolutely brilliant. Theo Roberts has been brilliant. He's been here for 3 months or whatever it is. We couldn't afford Theo Roberts for the full season, so it's got to be clever. It's got to work for everyone. So it's difficult to go and say, right, well, this squad right now, we're paid 44 weeks. They weren't. Some of them, not majority of them, a large chunk of them maybe only played 10 weeks because we only had them for 10 weeks. Or Managerial and James we only had for 4 weeks. We've had Coatsy for. So to cover all that is impossible to do. So I would love to keep a wage up 80% of them, but I don't think we can.
Thank you.
And do you think, how much greater will your budget be next year? Do you know that now, or
Yeah,
any indications?
Without going into loads of detail and trying what
Wow.
it'll be listen, the board will tell you that it won't be loads and loads, but I'm hoping the last couple of attendances will obviously help, and season tickets are vital, whatever we can get in place as quickly as we can for next year, and the board will be great. The board have got the best interest in the football club. I'm the football manager, I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to ask for more and more and more, and I want more and more and more. But they've got the best interest in the football club, and we don't have a sugar daddy. Brackley have just won today, and they're full congratulations to them. Well done, you get what you deserve over the season. We don't have that type, and we're not full time, we're not hybrid, so we'll still be difficult. But I genuinely believe that I've shown it myself, the group of players, the people we bring into the building. We'll go and try and compete again, as much as it's going to be difficult, but we'll go and have a go.
And would you have an idea what cost going full time, should you be able to do it? Would cost the club?
Absolutely. No, for me not. Playing wise, it would cost a lot, because you're going to have to pay 52 weeks compared to what you're paying 44. So if you get a squad of 20, and that's an extra 160 weeks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So it's an extra 8 weeks on top of each player, so that's a lot of money. So full time, brutally honest, I think we're far away. I don't know the finances of the football club. I only focus on the football. As I said to you, I'll keep chirping away at the board, and the chairman will tell you I'll continuously chirp away for more and more and more, but I understand when there's frustrations there, it's to protect the longevity of the football club. Alright.
Thank you very much.